Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the All-Star Race for the Universal Orlando Cup Series here at Coca-Cola Super Speedway. Let's get on down to your starting lineup. On the pole, unofficially for this one, Quentin Moore in the 89. Next to him, Dylan Thoreau. Third, Levi McIntyre. Fourth, Cole Deaver. Fifth, Kev Shear. Sixth, Cody Lamas. Seventh, John Art. Eighth, Ramian Fisher. Ninth, Benjamin Miles. Top 10, Diego Yepes. Here's the rest of the people that are in this one here. RJ Bishop, Brian James, Zach Rogers, Kyle Matthews, Jeffrey Finguy, James Qualls, Trent Dunham, Ember Ross, William Flickinger, Allison Rain, Jessica Shelton, Connor Meyer, Jesse Turner, JT Bryant, Scott Roush, Dillon Poteet, and Seth Cole. All these people that I've mentioned beforehand, they are drivers that won the All-Star race from last season, won a race after that All-Star race, or won this season before this event, or the drivers that had won via by the showdown or the fan vote altogether. All right, now they got the fun part out of the way. Let's get through how it is here for this one. For those brand new and did not miss, the major thing that happened at the beginning of the Outback Xfinity series, it's going to be simple. 2 segments will take place, 26 laps around the course for the first segment, and then the second and final segment, a 9-lap dash with no yellows. If a caution comes out in this one, that's the only one will come. Wreck happens on the second segment. No yellows will go on by. So, now that we get that out of the way, we are getting closer to that command to fire the engine. So, this should be very interesting to see what will happen all together. So, without further ado, let's go down and check to get the command.
Drivers, start your engines!
As there's the command. I was a little off on the timing there, my apologies. But anyways, waiting for the pace car to go on out, and then the rest of the field's going to follow suit, and that is indeed the case. You watched the Xfinity race. That was a pretty wild race there, especially the second segment where that wreck took play. Really changed the landscape. This is a bigger field here. 27 cars for this event. I think what was in the Xfinity race, we had 24. Big drivers to keep an eye on all together. Kyle Matthews in the 09, Cole Deaver in the 9, as well as, of course, JT Bryant in the 22. A few drivers who've won multiple times to begin this event. Pace car makes a dive down the pit road. 26 laps of action. About ready to turn them loose here at Coca-Cola Super Speedway. And green flag is out. We're underway at Coca-Cola. Benjamin Miles was the first driver to make it 3 wide there. We're heading into turn number 1. Of course, this is a very unique course, the way how the banking is very steep here coming onto this course. After 1 lap, I guarantee those tires will easily warm up, and they will be making moves left and right. Keep an eye on the back straight. This is where the high line can actually get some momentum once the tires warm up. Of course, when they're cold, that inside line will be the preferred line. So this is very multi-lane groove. However, right behind Quentin Moore as they battle for second place. That's a good thing what the 89 would like to see. Laying them down in the first lap, Quentin Moore will do the deed. Now, I forgot to mention, too, is as long as these drivers finish the race on the lead lap, they will be involved in the second and final segment. Technically, these cars can get involved in the crash. They can get their cars repaired, still stay in the lead lap. They could be A-OK. If they wreck, get a lap down, all that, they're in trouble. Battle for the lead, first time today. Here comes Brian James in the 94 in that Wegmans Toyota, who's had a very stellar season in that Archangel Racing 94 team. They're rocking up his teammate, Ember Ross, not too far behind in that 77. Now, you got to give credit to Archangel Racing. They've had cars where they've managed to win races left and right, no matter who the driver could be, but they just cannot keep the drivers. Brian, however, has been very consistent, and there's been no word if he's going to stay as there's a wreck. Oh, man, a huge crash coming off of turn 2. William Flickinger in the 5, Ramian Fisher in the 11, Levi McIntyre in the 99, Diego Yepes, Jeffrey Finguy, Connor Meyer, John Art. Also, Dylan Thoreau and Scott Roush involved. Qualls with some left side damage in the 70. And completing the first lap, Kyle Matthews and his teammate Seth Cole. And some drivers, of course, they're going to make some early exits altogether. I know a few for sure. One of them's going to be Ramey and Fisher in the 11. William Flickinger in the 5. You see the smoke from turn 2. Yeah, William Flickinger definitely going to be out. He was in a one-off attempt right there. John Art, that car's heavily destroyed right there. And that'll be another driver easily that will be out of the race there. Keep in mind, some of these drivers here are trying to get in the chase for the very first time. And there goes also the one-off entry right there. So tough break for William Flickinger in the 5. Guaranteed James Qualls is going to get that left side repaired. He was the fan vote winner, keep in mind. Diego Yepes in the 59 out of the race. I have a feeling McIntyre will join suit. Yes, he did. No one else making an indication coming down pit road. However, Jeffrey Finguy, Connor Meyer, Dylan Thoreau, Scott Roush, and James Qualls have also decided to come down as well. I'm actually curious as to how James Qualls got involved in the 70 because he's got a lot of left side damage. That thing is just caved. And they're going to at least repair that car there. So caution's out for the first time today. Here at Coca-Cola, let's go take a look at ourselves our first caution today. Well, figured out what happened with Qualls on his left side damage, and it's going to involve, ironic enough, James Qualls and Levi McIntyre. McIntyre going to make just a bit of the contact there. It looked like Qualls was trying to come down, and man, you see the tire smoke really kicking in, and there's where the 70 gets that left side damage going into Scott Roush, Ramey and Fisher, William Flickinger, nowhere to go. Cody Lamas in the 48. I have no idea how he gets through that one. Oh, there was a secondary accident. We'll take a look at that in just a second, but man. Some drivers whacked hard. Nice miss also by Jessica Shelton in the 0-2. Basically hit on the brakes and went on the apron there. We'll take a look at the that initial look again there. Man, that 70 car had tire smoke coming out of that Castrol GTX Chevrolet right as he turned him. It looked like Qualls. Yeah, he was trying to make a low attempt, and that 99 just hooked him on the quarter panel. And going to get involved right there. So what's going to happen with these drivers? Oh, Yepes literally cut in front of Jeffrey Finguy. Wow, Shelton was actually on the apron to point. Just let everyone else just slide up the course. Cody Lamas also kept his car together too. Almost got into Kev Shear in the 68. So two drivers got really lucky after all that one there. Caution's out. Kyle Matthews out in front. Take it back to the green. Welcome back. We got some retirees out of the race. And they include the following. The 5 of William Flickinger, the 99 Levi McIntyre, Diego Yepes, Ramey and Fisher, John R. and Jeffrey Finguy, all out of the race. 21 cars still on the lead lap. Now, those guys that have damage, they're probably hoping for a yellow a little bit under 10 to go, at least in some point, if everything stays the same. Top 10 rundown, we go back to Green Flag Racing, will be Kyle Matthews, Seth Cole, teammates in the top 2. Cole Deaver, Brian James, Jesse Turner completing the top 5. Then you got JT Bryant, Ember Ross, RJ Bishop, Dillon Poteet, and Trent Dunn completing the top 10. Rest of the top 20 includes Quentin Moore, Benjamin Miles, Allison Rain, Zach Rogers, Kev Shear, Cody Lamas, Jessica Shelton, James Qualls, Connor Meyer, and Scott Roush. Dylan Thoreau, last car on the track on 21st. So from James Qualls on back, they may be off the pace. I don't know if Qualls will be, but I know the other three, they definitely will be. Now, their main goal is to make sure they keep their car on the lead lap. Caution could come in, could save the day. Who knows what'll happen? Green flag is out. We're back underway here at Coca-Cola. Look at Brian James taking that third spot from Cole Devers and Jesse Turner following suit. JT Bryant also following suit. No one's wanting to work with that Napa Unites Chevrolet there. for Evans Gardner. Now Brian James, man on a mission. Hunting down that stand-up to cancer Chevrolet of Seth Cole for the second position. I'll tell you what, it's great to see Brian actually doing really good in the series. You know, the other attempts he's had in this series, which was back in Season 2 of the Cup Series, and I think it was Season 3 as well. No, just Season 2 of the Cup Series. And then the Season 5, actually no, it was Season 7, I think it was. Season 7 of the Xfinity Series, where he drove the 65. And both of those times, he did not do too good at all. In fact, he actually did pretty bad. And then this season, he's got a win under his belt, second race in. And, of course, he's in the top 10 in the points. Even though this is mainly an exhibition race, this is still for the All-Stars bound to see who can get up there. And remember, if you do win this race, you're automatically qualified for next year's All-Star race. So, a lot at stake. James Qualls looks like he is up to speed. Jessica Shelton looks like he's up to speed, but apparently lost a bit of the draft there. Connor Meyer, a little bit the same for him as well. He's just 10 miles off the pace there. And then Scott Roush, Dylan Thoreau, they are definitely off the pace. You see the leaders are going 240s. They're going only 222, while those guys are about 235. Just a bit off the pace is Quall. So from Cody Lamas on up, they will be in good hands unless another caution comes out. And anything could play in a factor. Jesse Turner now out in front. The New York natives 1-2. And Seth Cole, the veteran who's been involved in this series ever since Season 1 altogether. Trouble Quinn Moore's going to go around 89. And I believe they saved it. No caution. Wow. Oh my goodness. I think, the keyword think, Quinn Moore actually saved the car. I don't know how. I thought he got dumped, and I thought he was going to hit the pit wall, but heavens, man, Quinn Moore and Allison Rain, I think they made contact with each other. I'm not too sure, but I guarantee you, if we do take a break, we will definitely look at that incident, because, wow, that was unbelievable. And the fact that they didn't wreck, that is flat out amazing. Jessica Shelton got around James Qualls there in the 70. That's for 17th, and she'll reel in Brandon Moore if she's able to. But I guarantee you, Meyer, Scott Roush, and Dylan Thoreau, mainly those two, they were banking on that yellow. But no caution, we stay green. Matthews back out in front. Already an early favorite, looking like to battle for the championship. Same for Cole Deaver. Bishop and the Kroger Mercedes. P2 right now. Now this is a Kroger that's in a one-off look right now, as you can tell, compared to the other Kroger scheme he normally runs. Liz Miles tried to get a run for second, couldn't do it. And then Turner, now look at the inside for third. Now Matthews trying to hold on for dear life, because here comes a battle for second between Turner and Miles. I'm telling you, ever since that little incident between the Evans Gardner teammates, these drivers decided, you know what, we're not going to really race each other. Let's just keep our cars together. I think the drivers who are going to be okay there are definitely going to be James Qualls and Jessica Shelton. I think if everything stays the way it is, regardless of as long as there's no wreck and they don't get involved, they should be fine. The one that I believe that could be in some trouble is Dylan Thoreau and Scott Roush. Connor Meyer's a bit on the iffy side. I'm not too sure. Now, you see Thoreau and Roush are off turn 4. These guys on the back straight. This is a long speedway, keep in mind, but don't forget, look at these leaders, how fast they're going. They're hitting nearly 250. And these cars are flying through the course. And you got remember another thing, too. These drivers are single file right now for the most part. So they're gaining even more speed, while those guys there are only going 220 at the most. So these guys will definitely catch them as long as if we stay green. Look at Turner and Miles again working with each other. I'll tell you what, New York drivers have been working together today. Jesse Turner, Benjamin Miles, Seth Cole. all of them working together. The only one that's part of that New York native that hasn't, of course, has to be Allison Rain in the 66. And Rogers got a bit of a run on the high line thanks to Miles, but now he's going to lose second to Turner. Here comes Trent Dunham for third. Having a little bit of a quiet day, hanging around the top 10, top 5. And now that's Sega Chevrolet up to P3. Kev Shear, the last one in this main part of the pack. Dillon Poteet, Cole Deaver, and Kev Shear just mainly within the rear of the main pack battle here. And Thoreau and Roush at the line will be 10 laps to go for Kyle Matthews. It does not look good for them at all. Now you can see with Cody where he's going to get that run. He's going to pass Benjamin Miles and anyone else who's on that high line coming off this turn right here. But once they get off this corner, you're going to see drivers like Seth Cole in that 07, if he was going to be able to clear, try to overcome it, but couldn't do it right there. Matthews, though, continuing to pull away. And for Thoreau and Scott Roush, I think this could be the end of their all-star run right there, thanks to a lap 3 caution that takes play. Here comes Trent Dunham and others. With Kyle Matthews, you can see on TV too, those leaders are reeling in the lap traffic. As long as they don't try to wreck right here, and they should be fine. Matthews had to check up a small bit right there, and Turner just got held up enough too. Oh, yikes, Thoreau, and that's going to put an end to Thoreau and Scott Roush making it into the final segment. So now you can knock off 2 more drivers. Oh, yikes, they were about 4 wide right there coming off the quarter, and Seth Cole almost just got dumped by Zach Rogers. Ember Ross getting held up by the 4 of Thoreau. Now they're splitting a 60 down the middle. Bryant, Seth Cole, and others just trying to get around Ember Ross. Oh, man, she just got absolutely bombarded, but I think she's playing the safe route. She knows she's going to be in that next segment. She's saying to hell with the battling. I'm just going to stay here. And I don't blame. That normally is a good move. Save your car for the second segment here and make sure no one gets in the way. So now you can knock off 2 more drivers in the final segment. Connor Meyer on the back straight. Still going about 230 right now, 235 about heading into the corner. 235 right now, actually. Qualls and Shelton going to be fine there. Got a feel for Scott Roush and Dylan Thoreau. Not what they needed altogether. So they will be joining the drivers that were out of the race from earlier. Sitting the rest of it out. Meanwhile, though, as that battle for the lead still being played by Kyle Matthews. Now remember, once this segment's over, they're going to randomize the whole order again. And then there will be no cautions. So I guarantee you, whatever happens in that second segment, these drivers will bump up that aggression even more. You thought that wreck that took play was crazy, and even the save earlier? Oh boy, you're in for a show. Matthews continuing to lead Jesse Turner in second. He's got no drafting partner. That's what's really going to hinder that Aflac Mercedes, unless he can get a run coming off the turn right here. That's what he's going to do. Looking inside turn 3. Matthews throws a block. Turner. Oh, made a little bit of contact right there. Wow. Got the Aflac Mercedes a little bit wild up there, and that's going to allow Cody Lumbs to catch up there. See Shelton and Qualls getting around Dylan Thoreau in the 4, then working on Scott Roush next. How about Kev Shear? He was in the rear of the pack when that whole cycle, when they were passing those lap cars. Now all of a sudden, 6th place on the course. Turner and Lamas now getting around the 09. New leader, Jesse Turner, and even a little more contact right there. 5 to go when we hit the line for Jesse Turner in the Aflac Mercedes. And man, they don't even care. They're wanting to put a show on for the fans. what do you do when you head into that final segment? Now Matthews again looking to retake the lead. That mellow yellow Chevrolet, man, I'm telling you, that's a car that these drivers got to beat, man. Holy cow. Whoa. Turnabout block Cody Lamas right there. Keep in mind, Trent Dunham, a former All-Star race winner, trying to look for his second All-Star win of his career. Now as Matthews has retaken the lead. Lamas to second, James to third, Shearer to fourth. And add Cole Deaver to the fifth position. Or was. Now Turner and Dunham getting a run on the high line. Look at Turner with a crossover move right there. Now James looking for second. 3 to go, we cross the line. Meyer may be in trouble now. Look at that distance you're seeing there, folks. They are reeling that 51 in. And Meyer was hoping and praying for that yellow to happen. But we may be down to 18 cars battling out for this last segment. Because the way how it's looking for Connor Meyer, it does not look good. Let's look in the rear camera angle here and just look at the distance. Here you see Matthews, man. He is reeling in that 51 car as they keep battling for second. Yeah, there's no way he's going to hold on. Those leaders are coming right now. Brian James now out in front. Amber Ross knows, man. She's saving that car for the second segment as now they've gotten around Meyer. So now that marks him out of the final segment going on by. Look at Lamas on the high line who got slowed up by the 51. And this is, oh, look out. Matthews about got blocked right there. And, you know, for Brian James, someone like him, that's the last thing he needed right there is that, you know, if this was an official race, the last thing he needed was all his drivers to get held up there by the lap car, have a gigantic lead, and then they would get the suck to pass him. Coming over on the white flag lap. Whoa! Kev Shearer, JT Bryan, a bit of contact there. White flag, final lap for Brian James. Brian entering turn 1, made the 48 go high, trying to see if he was going to make a move. Couldn't seem to do it. Safe to say, James Qualls, Jessica Shelton, they're going to make the event for the second segment, and Qualls was the only one that got lucky. Here comes Cody, looking to the inside. James checked up and hit the wall. Lamas just flies right by. And Cody Lamas, coming off of turn number 4, we'll see the checker flag in hand, and he will win segment 1 here at Coca-Cola. So Lamas will get the job done real quickly, as everything will be official now. Let's just take a look at the Quentin Moore incident. Again, very amazed how they did not wreck. Gotta see what the heck even happened. Wow. Take a look at this, folks. And this was teammates, keep in mind. And look, yeah, the 66 made a little bit of a move going up. Just kind of slid up the course a bit. And man, that 89. I have no idea how Quentin Moore didn't get turned. And how about Cody Lamas even made a little bit of a bump, too, to Allison Ray. Wow, look at how low Quentin Moore got. And I thought he was going to KO the pit wall. And, oh, wow. Woo! Literally darted that car to the right. Quentin Moore, you lucky dog. This is why Jesus took the wheel for him. Because, man, that was a close one. Wow. Very close indeed. So here's a look at the results coming in to this race right here. Segment 1 in the books. From James Qualls on up, they will be in the main event, the second segment, the 9-lap dash. We'll see what happens. We'll see you guys later for that one.
Drivers, start your engines.
And welcome back to the second segment, folks. This is it. 9 laps, no yellows. It comes down to these drivers right here. We'll wait till these machines roll on off right here. But as you see, 18 drivers are left in this final segment altogether. So wait for JT Bryant to catch up to the field, and then we'll showcase all the drivers that are listed. It'll be Quentin Moore, JT Bryant, RJ Bishop, Cole Deaver, Cody Lamas, Ember Ross, Seth Cole, Benjamin Miles, Allison Rain, Trent Dunham, Kev Shearer, Dillon Poteet, James Qualls, Brian James, Jesse Turner, Kyle Matthews, Zach Rogers, Jessica Shelton. You're going to see the pace car make a dive down the pit road. The sunshine is back out today after everything that has concluded. It was a little bit cloudy earlier on. We'll see what happens. 18 drivers, 9 laps. Here we go for the All-Star Race win. Green flag is out. We're underway. Now the question is, with 18 drivers and the bump up of aggression that will take play, will anyone be risky? Will anyone push the boundary? Moore, in both the first segment and the second segment, was the fastest on the raffle. Number 1 at the top. A couple cars scraping the wall you see on the outside line on the straights right before taking the turn. And already trouble for Dunham in the 1. Turner and Ross got held up. Again, no yellows. So for Trent Dunham, Jesse Turner, and Ember Ross, it looks like they're going to be done. And you got a feel for Turner. He had a really good car in that first segment. And that'll be it for him. Doesn't look like he back-ended the wall, too. James Qualls and Dillon Poteet got held up enough, too. And I think they're probably going to be out of it unless somehow these guys up ahead wreck. Also look like behind Kev Shearer in the 68, they got held up enough too. Brian James, Kyle Matthews, Zach Rogers, and Jessica Shelton. Got a feel for both James and Matthews, who had some damn good cars. And unfortunately, just early madness, and that's going to really hinder. Meanwhile, Cody Lamas in the 48 out in front. Going to lead a big lap right there. Even though the lead laps do not matter, it's the old saying how it goes. The first one across the line, when that checker flag waves, that's it. It's do or die. Oh, Seth Cole getting some contact from Deaver. Oh, man, that was close. Lamas still continuing to lead, getting that run on the high line. Remember, it's been talked about for quite some time, though. Ever since Lamas won at Homestead last season. He's trying to beat Clint Spillman all-time on the wins. Contact made by Bishop and Miles. Some drivers that battled in the Xfinity Series in the past, battling for a championship. Quentin Moore, though, looking for the lead. That's a former Daytona 500 winner on that low line, and not too far away, another former 500 winner in the 07 on the high line. Teammates, though, 1-2. Looks like Brian James and Kyle Matthews, they're not giving up. They are pushing the car to the limit, trying to stay in the pack. Rogers and Rain are fine. Tell you, James and Matthews, they can find a way to be back. Trouble! Seth Cole up and over RJ Bishop, Brian James, Kyle Matthews hard into the wall. Seth Cole up and over on his roof and hitting the pit wall. Another car at the pit wall. It's RJ Bishop. Dillon Poteet. Qualls also involved. Remember, no cautions. Oh my goodness. Seth Cole flat out destroyed. Kamikazed. Rain also involved. And a big lead for Cole Deaver. It probably will come down from where Zach Rogers and JT Bryant are located right now on the course to the leader, Cole Deaver. So we'll see when we cross the line. I believe it's the top 7, and that is the case. What a mess there. Shelton is in 8th place. Turner in 9th, and Ross completing the top 10. Dunham just got around Brian James there. You can see he's got a lot of rear end damage. He just got completely ran over by the 09 of Kyle Matthews, and he is down on pit road. Rain also surrendering there. Her car also destroyed. I believe she was the one that flipped over the 07. Either that or she was the one that plowed into Brian James. That car's motor definitely expired there altogether. 3 to go. Chevrolet in a really good position right now, but don't count out Toyota, Dodge, or Ford. All right within a blink, at least one of those drivers with those manufacturers. Kev Shear goes around and he holds on. Oh, Kev, get back on the course quickly. Kept his foot on the throttle, and he's going to still be in the pack. Wow, he got on in the nick of time. Miles trying to use the middle line to the advantage. 2 to go at the line, though, for Cole Deaver. And the pack has caught him. Qualls now down pit road. What a save by Kev Shear in the 68. Now got his car back in the pack. Trying to get some of that draft momentum back again. Here comes Rogers trying to look for that lead on Cole Deaver. All over that corner panel of the Napa United Chevrolet. Deaver throwing a good block right there. And the problem for Rogers is he's trying to look for a drafting partner, but can't seem to get it. Especially with not only how dwindled the pack is, no one's been able to make a move work on there on the back straight. Here comes Rogers now in turn 3 looking for the lead. Here comes Miles. It'll be white flag when we cross the line between Cole Deaver, Zach Rogers, Benjamin Miles, and others. Moore's starting to fade from the pack. White flag, 1 lap to go. Who led at the line? Seeing Cole Deaver did. However, he's going to probably lose the lead right here to Zach Rogers because being that inside line, that's where you want to be in the turns. They may approach Trent Dunham. Zach Rogers on the back straight, who picked up 2 wins last season. This season is yet to win. Can Deaver get him back? Oh, both going the inside line are going to get checked up. Here comes Kev Shear in the high line. Trying to make it work. Side by side. Rogers is going to get held up by Trent Dunham. Checker flag. Cole Deaver's going to win the All-Star race. Oh, man, he couldn't get out of the way from Trent Dunham. And there they go. Cole Deaver, an All-Star race winner. How about the 9 team? What a transformation for Cole Deaver within the last couple of years. Unbelievable. Wow. Cole Deaver in car number 9. They are having the season to remember. And I'm telling you. Wow. You know, from picking up 2 wins this season to the fact that Deaver has been completely transformed altogether. What a way to do it. Congrats to Deaver on the win. Here's a look at your full finishing results. Thank you guys for watching. If you like, be sure to give it a like, comment your thoughts, subscribe, hit the subscribe button down below. Of course, we will take a look at the incident with Seth Cole and others. So let's take a look. Let's see if we can pinpoint what the heck even happened. Because I just seen the 07 just go up and over. He took a wild ride. That was a battle for the lead, too. And he just turned the 9. Hit the apron. And Seth Cole just got into Quentin Moore. Moore had actually tagged the wall a little bit, too. And oh, man, RJ Bishop was the one that punted him to go up and over. Allison Rain followed suit. Brian James, nowhere to go. Matthews tried to avoid the 94. Just didn't go back up the course. The Mel Yellow Chevrolet, nowhere to go. Seth Cole, man, he took a wild, wild ride. Shelton, nice miss by the 02 team, even though it didn't really matter. Dillon Poteet destroyed RJ Bishop. Keep in mind, Seth Cole had actually hit the pit wall while he was upside down. Thankfully not at such a fast speed, but still very dangerous altogether. Qualls ran into Dillon Poteet, last season's All-Star race winner. Wow. What a race altogether. What a wild wreck at the end. Cole Deaver victorious. Again, one last look at the results. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys the next race that will happen. Until then, goodbye, everybody. See you guys later.